Life is full of surprises, with each day bringing its own set of challenges. Some days it can feel as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders, whether it's stress from work, draining personal relationships, or that nagging feeling of not reaching your full potential. These struggles can feel overwhelming, but what if there was a way to confront life's toughest moments with unwavering strength and inner peace? Instead of being bogged down by chaos, imagine rising above it, grounded, clear-headed, and ready to take on anything life throws at you. There exists ancient wisdom that guides us not only to survive but to thrive in adversity. This philosophy teaches us to stand firm amidst storms, remain calm in uncertainty, and draw strength not from external factors but from our inner selves. It's not about evading challenges, but transforming how we approach them. Real change starts from within. The world outside will always have its fluctuations. Economies rise and fall, people come and go. But your internal world can be your greatest ally when you build true resilience. By learning to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, you discover that you have the power to create a fulfilling life. Recognizing that you control your responses to life's events is incredibly empowering. While external circumstances are often beyond our influence, our thoughts, actions, and feelings are within our grasp. This is the essence of living life on your own terms, free from fear, anxiety, and the chase for fleeting pleasures. It's about establishing a solid foundation that remains steady, regardless of what happens around you. However, cultivating this inner strength requires embracing discomfort rather than avoiding it. Genuine growth comes from facing challenges directly, whether it's something minor like skipping a meal or tackling a significant personal fear. By willingly placing yourself in difficult situations, you train yourself to become more resilient over time, relying less on external comforts and more on your inner power. One of life's toughest lessons is learning that we cannot control everything. Trying to manage every detail or worrying excessively about others' opinions only drains our energy. By releasing the need to control everything, you create space to focus on what genuinely matters: your actions, values, and well-being. Imagine the relief of not seeking approval from others. When your happiness isn't tied to praise or criticism, you gain true freedom. The energy once spent worrying about how you're perceived can now be channeled into living authentically, according to your values. Embracing your own mortality can be a powerful tool. Acknowledging that life is finite sharpens your focus on what's truly important, urging you to act with purpose today. This isn't about living a life devoid of pain or hardship. Such a life is impossible. Instead, when you accept discomfort as part of the journey, you begin to see it in a new light. Rather than fearing pain, you learn to face it with strength, understanding that it's just another aspect of life. Clinging too tightly to specific roles, such as being a parent, employee, or friend, can lead to a sense of identity collapse when things go wrong. Your worth is not defined by any single role you play. When you detach from these labels and embrace your core identity, you find freedom. Failure or success in any role does not define you. What matters is how you live according to your values, regardless of external circumstances. Focusing on what truly matters simplifies life amidst constant demands. Learning to say no to what doesn't serve your growth can change everything. Prioritizing genuine contributions to your well-being allows you to clear away distractions, leading to a life filled with clarity and purpose, no longer pulled in 100 different directions. Sometimes life feels like an unfolding drama, making it easy to get caught up in its highs and lows. But what if you could observe it all from a distance, like a spectator? This doesn't mean detaching from your life, but rather observing it calmly. This perspective helps you manage your emotions effectively, allowing for wiser, more thoughtful responses rather than impulsive reactions. Silence can be more powerful than words in a world where people rush to speak but hesitate to listen. Mastering the art of silence enables you to speak only when it matters, sharpening your mind and making your words impactful. At the heart of existence is a sense of interconnectedness. Every event has its reason, even the challenging ones. Trusting this universal order helps you navigate difficulties with grace, Instead of resisting life's flow, you learn to accept that even adversity has a purpose. Time is a precious commodity that, once lost, can never be regained. Learning to invest your time wisely, aligning it with your values and goals, is one of the most vital skills to develop. By shedding trivial pursuits, you free yourself to live a purposeful life. This transformative journey isn't easy, but the rewards are immense. The wisdom to confront challenges with strength, the courage to live authentically, and the clarity to focus on what truly matters. By embracing these principles, you unlock the ability not just to survive, but to thrive through life's ups and downs. Comfort is something many of us seek, but what if it's actually holding you back? Choosing discomfort can lead to a deeper strength and resilience that comfort cannot provide. Embracing voluntary discomfort helps you grow, revealing your true strength. Facing challenges head-on teaches you that discomfort is not an enemy, but a part of life that you can manage. Each time you voluntarily endure hardship, you strengthen your mental and physical resilience. Whether it's fasting, sleeping on the floor, or engaging in difficult conversations, these experiences show you that comfort is not a necessity. Through these self-imposed challenges, you learn to appreciate life's comforts more fully. When you stop taking comforts for granted, gratitude grows, and you become more mindful of the small pleasures that fill your day. This practice shifts your perception of happiness, showing you that it's not tied to external conditions. True happiness comes from within, regardless of your circumstances. Embracing discomfort empowers you to find peace in tough times and to hold on to joy, even when life is difficult. Mental toughness involves enduring physical discomfort and navigating emotional challenges. By confronting discomfort, you teach your mind to handle stress with calmness, which seeps into every aspect of your life. Problems that once seemed insurmountable become manageable as your resilience grows. As you embrace voluntary discomfort, you develop a proactive mindset that seeks out challenges, understanding that they lead to growth. This newfound courage opens doors to opportunities you might have previously avoided, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Your journey of growth leads to a deep sense of fulfillment, where hardships become stepping stones to learning about yourself. This ongoing growth fosters a sense of living life to the fullest, welcoming discomfort as an integral part of your journey. Voluntary discomfort is not just about toughness, it's about wisdom. Each hardship teaches you something valuable, helping you navigate life with clarity and purpose. You begin to see life not as a series of painful experiences to avoid, but as a path to navigate with grace. By engaging with discomfort, you strip away the superficial and focus on what truly matters. You realize that you have the strength to face anything life throws at you, finding peace in that knowledge. The journey of mastering yourself through voluntary discomfort reveals that external factors have limited control over your inner peace. Real strength lies not in avoiding hardship but in facing it courageously. This internal shift prepares you for the next transformation, freeing yourself from the grip of others' opinions. While enduring physical discomfort strengthens the body, cultivating a sense of inner peace fortifies the mind. You learn to remain steady amidst praise and blame, letting neither sway you from your core values. External validation can dictate how we navigate life, but when you detach from these judgments, you discover a profound sense of freedom rooted in your true self. Self-awareness and emotional independence mean that you no longer let others dictate how you feel about yourself, and that's where true strength lies. Being indifferent to praise and blame doesn't mean you don't care about life or others. It's about cultivating a strong inner self that remains steady despite outside opinions. Praise may feel good and blame can hurt, but neither should control your decisions. When you develop this sense of detachment, you stop seeking approval and no longer feel pressured to dodge blame. Instead, you act based on your own values and convictions, embracing internal validation. The shift toward apathy. Instead of focusing on how you might be viewed by others, prioritize what is inherently right. This change in mindset begins with recognizing the transient nature of people's opinions. While praise may feel rewarding, its impact is fleeting. Successes can quickly fade from memory just as easily as they are celebrated. Similarly, criticism might sting initially, but it too will diminish over time. When you stop depending on external approval to build your self-esteem, you'll find that the pain of criticism lessens. You'll begin to see that external judgments are merely background noise, largely unrelated to your true value. Living with apathy means you trust your own judgment more than others, eliminating the need for validation from outside sources. This doesn't mean disregarding feedback. Rather, it means evaluating everything through your own sense of truth and integrity. As you trust your inner compass, the opinions of others lose their sway. This shift in perspective transforms your relationships. Instead of seeking approval or trying to be liked, you present your authentic self, allowing others to connect with you on a deeper level. This authenticity is attractive, as it's rare to encounter someone who isn't influenced by the need for external validation. By cultivating apathy, you enhance your relationships because people respect those who uphold their values regardless of external opinions. A crucial aspect of developing apathy is releasing the fear of judgment. This fear can hold you back from pursuing your aspirations or expressing your truth. When you understand that others' judgments reflect their own insecurities rather than your worth, you become lighter and more at ease. Their opinions no longer define you, and you feel less compelled to defend yourself against criticism or seek approval for every choice. Achieving emotional independence from praise and blame requires self-discipline. It's easy to get swept up in the highs of approval and the lows of rejection, but practicing apathy helps you maintain a steady emotional state, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters, living in alignment with your values and principles. In a world where judgment is prevalent, it can be exhausting to navigate social media, workplaces, and personal relationships while chasing approval or evading criticism. By embracing apathy, you break free from this exhausting cycle, shifting your focus from seeking likes or promotions to finding fulfillment in living authentically. This change liberates a tremendous amount of energy, which can be redirected toward more meaningful pursuits. One significant benefit of cultivating apathy is a reduction in anxiety. Much of the stress we face stems from worrying about how others perceive us or whether they will approve of our decisions. When you let go of these concerns, that anxiety diminishes. You realize you don't need everyone's approval to find happiness. You only need to align with your own moral compass. Detaching from praise and blame also enhances your resilience in the face of failure. Fear of criticism can stifle your willingness to take risks, but when that fear subsides, you become bolder. You learn that failure is part of growth and not a reflection of your worth. Criticism may still come, but it no longer holds as much weight, granting you the freedom to attempt, fail, and try again, knowing that your value isn't contingent on external judgment. When your decisions stem from a desire to avoid criticism or to gain praise, clarity can become obscured. But with apathy, your choices are guided by your values, not by the need for approval. You stop second-guessing yourself and begin to act in alignment with what you know is right, fostering integrity even in difficult situations. Living with apathy enables you to cultivate greater self-compassion. Without relying on others' praise for self-worth, you develop a more profound appreciation of your intrinsic value. This self-acceptance allows you to treat yourself kindly, forgiving your mistakes and moving forward with grace. Apathy also encourages authenticity. When you're no longer concerned about others' perceptions, you drop the masks of approval-seeking behavior. Instead, you show up as your true self, which not only enriches your own life but also nurtures more genuine connections with others. Another benefit of apathy is that it helps you concentrate on your goals. Without the constant distraction of seeking approval, you can focus on what genuinely matters to you, unencumbered by others' expectations. As you gain emotional independence, you also become more adaptable. Praise and blame can control you, but with apathy, you liberate yourself from that control, responding more flexibly to life's challenges. When you're free from the weight of external validation, you can manage conflicts more effectively. Without being reactive to criticism, or overly concerned with gaining approval, you can engage in discussions with a clear mind, allowing for thoughtful responses rather than emotional reactions. This emotional independence shifts the responsibility for your happiness back to you. You recognize that your joy is within your control, ceasing to blame others for how you feel. This perspective empowers you to create a life aligned with your values rather than one dependent on external validation. Moreover, cultivating apathy fosters a deeper sense of peace. Praise and blame often create emotional turbulence, but when you embrace emotional independence, you maintain a sense of balance, becoming grounded and at peace with yourself, irrespective of external opinions. As you embrace the present moment more fully, your worries about how others see you diminish. You find contentment and fulfillment not based on outside validation, but rooted in your own self-worth. This sense of gratitude enriches your life, allowing you to appreciate the simple joys around you without the distractions of comparison. Ultimately, apathy grants you profound freedom. You are no longer shackled by the opinions of others and can live according to your values and make choices aligned with your principles. This freedom transforms your life, allowing you to live with integrity and purpose, stepping away from the need for approval. However, with this newfound freedom comes the reminder of life's impermanence. Recognizing that time is limited should inspire you to embrace each moment. Understanding that life is finite serves as a powerful motivator to make meaningful choices. When you acknowledge mortality, procrastination becomes a luxury you cannot afford. This awareness of mortality sharpens your focus, guiding you to prioritize what truly matters. Many drift through life distracted by trivial pursuits, but living with the recognition of life's temporary nature leads you to value your time differently. As you embrace the understanding that life is not guaranteed, you begin to allocate your time toward nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and living authentically. This awareness fosters gratitude for each day, allowing you to appreciate the small moments that enrich your life. Incorporating the practice of remembering your mortality into daily life not only motivates action, but deepens your appreciation for what you have. It encourages you to embrace the present and live more fully. Rather than postponing your dreams or happiness, you shift from someday to why not now. This change in perspective propels you toward meaningful pursuits before it's too late. As you internalize this mindset, you begin to strip away illusions of permanence and recognize that nothing in life is guaranteed. Your job, relationships, and everyday joys are all fleeting, which empowers you to act intentionally and with care. The fears that often hold you back begin to diminish. The anxiety of failure, rejection, or making the wrong choice becomes less significant when viewed through the lens of mortality. You become more willing to take risks, understanding that living fully requires embracing the potential for failure. Living with the awareness of death inspires a deeper sense of purpose, guiding you to make choices that align with your values and leave a meaningful legacy. Reflecting on your mortality encourages you to ask significant questions about what you want your life to represent and the impact you wish to have on others. This practice compels you to focus on what truly matters, leading you to seek depth in your relationships, work, and experiences. It serves as a compass, directing you toward long-term significance over fleeting pleasures. Ultimately, understanding the reality of mortality strengthens your resolve to live with integrity. You are less inclined to compromise your values for temporary gains and more focused on living a meaningful life, grounded in principles you can be proud of. This understanding also teaches you to embrace the ever-changing nature of life. Recognizing that everything is transient helps you release attachments to the past or fears about the future. You learn to navigate life's transitions with grace, knowing that every ending paves the way for new beginnings. This perspective instills peace during moments of loss, as you recognize everything as part of life's natural cycle. By practicing this mindset, you cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present, enriching your life and those around you. Humility in the face of death. Death serves as the ultimate equalizer. It affects everyone regardless of wealth or power. This understanding can help diminish ego-driven desires that cloud our judgment. Instead of being preoccupied with impressing others, we start prioritizing authentic living. The urge to chase after success, accolades, or material possessions becomes less appealing when we recognize their fleeting nature. Reflecting on mortality also fosters compassion. Knowing that everyone shares this journey towards the same inevitable end deepens our empathy, allowing us to approach others with kindness and an understanding of their struggles, which are as temporary and significant as our own. This awareness creates a stronger sense of connection to the shared human experience, promoting unity and compassion. One of the most profound impacts of contemplating death is that it instills a sense of responsibility for our own lives. Acknowledging the limits of our time urges us to stop blaming others or waiting for better circumstances. We realize that creating the life we want is up to us, which is empowering and places us in control of our destinies. Accepting death also liberates us from the fear of the unknown. Many avoid thinking about death, but embracing it as a natural part of life helps us stop fearing it. Instead, we can appreciate life more fully, living in the present without being bogged down by existential worries. The practice of memento mori encourages us to let go of the need for control. Much of life is unpredictable, and accepting this truth allows us to focus on what we can influence, our actions, responses, and choices. This shift fosters a sense of freedom as we redirect our energy towards what truly matters. Living with the awareness of mortality inspires courage. We realize that playing it safe won't protect us from life's challenges. Instead, we can confront obstacles fearlessly, viewing each day as an opportunity for growth and adventure. Knowing that our time with loved ones is limited leads us to cherish our relationships more deeply, expressing appreciation and being fully present. Contemplating death also brings clarity to how we wish to be remembered, not by our achievements, but by the impact we have on others. This perspective shifts our focus toward qualities that endure, such as kindness and integrity, which form the foundation of a meaningful legacy. Ultimately, practicing memento mori allows us to live purposefully, aligning our actions with our core values and stripping away distractions. It's not about fearing death, but using the knowledge of its inevitability to cultivate a rich, meaningful life. As our understanding of mortality deepens, so does our appreciation for life, urging us to act with intention. Recognizing that suffering is an inescapable part of life, alongside death, is also crucial. Instead of resisting pain, we can embrace it as part of the natural order, allowing us to face adversity with a calm mind. This perspective reframes suffering as a shared human experience, connecting us to others and fostering empathy. When we stop viewing suffering as isolating, it becomes less daunting. Maintaining indifference towards pain helps us focus on our true goals rather than getting derailed by hardship. Accepting that suffering is temporary empowers us to endure challenges without despair, transforming pain into a catalyst for growth. Through this practice, we develop patience, allowing discomfort to unfold naturally rather than seeking quick relief. This resilience transforms hardship into an opportunity for personal growth and strengthens our commitment to living with integrity, even in difficult times. When we accept suffering as part of life, we deepen our gratitude for moments of joy, recognizing their preciousness. Indifference to pain helps us remain true to our values, enabling us to respond to life's challenges from a place of virtue. Ultimately, sympathia, or indifference to suffering, leads to a deeper understanding of life's complexities, teaching us that within struggle lies profound wisdom. By embracing suffering as part of our journey, we find peace and meaning, learning to coexist with pain rather than avoiding it. As we grow in our understanding of suffering and detach from rigid roles we play in life, we allow ourselves to be more than just our titles. This detachment frees us to act with authenticity, focusing on what truly matters without being defined by the fear of failure. By releasing the pressure to succeed in every role, we can approach life with grace and resilience, embracing both our successes and setbacks as part of a larger journey. This holistic perspective encourages us to appreciate the full spectrum of human experience, allowing us to navigate life with humility, compassion, and purpose, embracing detachment from roles. Recognizing that a failure in one area of your life doesn't define your entire identity is crucial. The fear of failing can teach resilience, helping you see mistakes and challenges as part of the journey rather than reflections of your worth. This mindset allows you to prioritize living according to your values instead of constantly trying to meet societal or external expectations. When you become too identified with a specific role, whether at work, as a parent, or in friendships, you may find yourself trapped by others' expectations. Practicing detachment helps you center your decisions on what you believe is right, rather than what you feel obligated to do. This shift brings a sense of peace, allowing you to relax into your true self and focus on doing your best without tying your worth to specific outcomes. Moreover, when you detach from your roles, you inadvertently give others the same freedom. We often impose expectations on those around us based on the roles they fulfill in our lives. By freeing yourself from these constraints, you start to appreciate people for who they are, fostering healthier, more authentic relationships built on mutual respect. Understanding that you are more than the roles you play is vital. Society often pressures you to define yourself by your achievements, but true fulfillment comes from recognizing that your value lies in who you are, not what you do. By stepping back from role-based identities, you open up space to explore your deeper self and live authentically. Detachment also enhances adaptability. Life is ever-changing, and the roles you hold today may not be the same tomorrow. When your identity isn't tightly linked to a specific role, shifts in your circumstances, like job changes or relationship dynamics, won't leave you feeling lost. This adaptability offers you freedom to evolve, explore new paths, and pursue personal growth without the weight of rigid expectations. By practicing detachment, you can also manage stress more effectively. When you're overly attached to a role, challenges within that role can feel overwhelming. Detachment helps you gain perspective, allowing you to see difficulties as part of life's ebb and flow rather than personal failures. This clarity leads to better decision-making rooted in your true values rather than fear or obligation. Moreover, detaching from roles fosters humility. When no single role defines you, the pressure to seek validation through titles or accomplishments lessens. You start to focus on living with purpose and virtue, grounded in your self-worth independent of external validation. Importantly, detachment doesn't mean abandoning responsibilities. You still honor your commitments, but with a healthier mindset, engaging in your roles out of genuine desire to contribute, rather than a need to prove yourself. Embracing change also becomes easier when you aren't tied to a particular identity. You recognize that your true self remains intact regardless of external circumstances. This openness allows relationships to evolve naturally, free from outdated expectations. Detachment also helps reduce the urge for control. When you're too attached to a role, you may feel compelled to manage every aspect of it, including how others perceive you. Practicing detachment lets you release this need, providing relief and a sense of freedom to be your authentic self. Ultimately, living authentically brings deeper joy and fosters meaningful relationships. As you detach from roles, you find resilience in facing life's challenges, knowing that your identity isn't contingent on external situations. You cultivate inner strength and integrity, guided by your principles instead of the pressure to conform. As you embrace detachment, clarity begins to emerge, allowing you to master the art of selective neglect. Life is full of demands, but not all are worthy of your attention. By prioritizing what truly matters, you can conserve your energy and focus on areas that contribute to your growth and fulfillment. Selective neglect simplifies life, helping you recognize what is essential versus what is merely clutter. This clarity allows you to make decisions aligned with your goals, fostering a sense of calm. You also learn the value of saying no, setting boundaries to protect your time and energy for what matters most. Through this process, you unlock creativity and innovation, as a clear mind is better able to generate fresh ideas and solutions. Resilience is fostered, as focusing only on what's essential prepares you to handle challenges more effectively. Efficiency improves when you dedicate your time to impactful tasks, reducing the sense of overwhelm that comes from trying to manage everything at once. Selective neglect also alleviates decision fatigue, simplifying choices and allowing you to concentrate on what truly deserves your attention. Efficiency improves when you dedicate your time to impactful tasks, reducing the sense of overwhelm that comes from trying to manage everything at once. Selective neglect also alleviates decision fatigue, simplifying choices and allowing you to concentrate on what truly deserves your attention. As you cultivate self-discipline, you strengthen your ability to prioritize, staying focused on your long-term goals despite temptations. This practice enhances self-awareness, enabling you to align your actions with your true values. Moreover, you learn to embrace imperfection, making peace with the fact that not everything can be controlled or perfectly managed. This acceptance brings relief and gratitude for the important aspects of life, fostering courage to say no and maintain your priorities even under pressure. By achieving balance, you create a harmonious flow in your life, dedicating your time and energy to what truly matters. This long-term perspective helps you resist short-term distractions, ensuring your efforts lead to sustainable fulfillment. Ultimately, prioritizing your well-being over productivity transforms your life. Selective neglect encourages a holistic approach, allowing you to nourish your entire being while pursuing true success and fulfillment. The more you eliminate the unnecessary from your life, the clearer and more intentional your approach becomes. This clarity naturally leads to a Stoic practice of seeing yourself as both an actor and a spectator in the unfolding drama of life. While you engage fully in your roles, you also learn to observe from a distance, maintaining detachment from the emotional turmoil that often arises. This dual perspective allows you to stay calm and composed even amidst chaos. By viewing life as a performance, you recognize that you aren't solely defined by your roles or the events that occur. You have a part to play, but you can also step back and observe it all. This observation creates a buffer against life's emotional intensity, helping you manage challenges without being overwhelmed. Just like a scene in a play, difficult moments will pass. And this detachment doesn't mean you're indifferent. It fosters clarity and emotional control. When you take a moment to step back, you gain a broader perspective. Life's ups and downs may feel all-consuming in the moment, but as an observer, you see them as temporary parts of a larger narrative. This awareness enables you to navigate hardships with resilience and savor joyful moments with deeper appreciation, understanding that nothing lasts forever. Being a spectator also helps you distance yourself from your emotions. While feelings are a natural part of life, they can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive reactions. By adopting an observational perspective, you create space to acknowledge your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. This empowerment allows for thoughtful responses instead of knee-jerk reactions. Furthermore, observing yourself leads to greater self-awareness. You notice patterns in your behavior, what triggers your emotional responses, and how your actions affect your well-being. This awareness facilitates growth and helps you make more intentional choices. Instead of getting trapped in emotional cycles, you become more deliberate in your actions. Viewing life as a play grants you a sense of freedom. You realize that not everything is under your control, which alleviates the pressure to manage every outcome. This acceptance allows you to embrace the flow of life with trust and resilience. You also stop seeking approval, understanding that others are engrossed in their own narratives, which frees you to focus on living according to your own values. In moments of conflict, stepping back to observe can help you remain calm. It provides clarity to understand the situation without being swept away by emotions. This distance promotes humility, reminding you that you are part of a much larger story. It prevents you from becoming overly attached to your successes or overly affected by setbacks. Watching your life unfold also nurtures compassion. You recognize that everyone is playing their part, facing their own struggles, which fosters empathy. You become forgiving, understanding that everyone is doing their best within their circumstances. This spectator mindset cultivates curiosity. When you're less entangled in your emotional reactions, you can approach life with wonder, viewing each experience as an opportunity for learning. You become open to the lessons life has to offer, helping you stay engaged even in tough times. Additionally, seeing life as a performance helps you let go of fixed expectations. Accepting that not everything will go according to your script alleviates frustration and disappointment. You put forth your best effort in each moment without becoming attached to specific outcomes, allowing for a more flexible and peaceful approach to life. Through this practice, you develop a sense of inner peace. The emotional highs and lows lose their grip on you, and you maintain your center even when chaos surrounds you. This tranquility allows you to navigate challenges with grace, knowing that no single moment defines you. You gain a richer appreciation for life when you're not burdened by the need to control everything. You become present, savoring the beauty and complexity of the world around you. This engagement leads to fulfillment that is not contingent on external validation, but stems from simply being alive. By mastering the balance of being both an actor and a spectator, you enhance your self-awareness and live with greater authenticity. You act with purpose but remain unbound by the drama of life. This approach allows you to experience life's richness without being overwhelmed by it, finding peace and fulfillment in the process. As you step back to observe your life like a spectator, you cultivate a beneficial detachment that empowers you to navigate with clarity. This perspective enhances your understanding of the value of restraint in both words and actions. The next phase in refining your approach to life is embracing silence. In a noisy world, words can lose their significance, but Stoicism teaches that silence can be a powerful tool for insight and meaningful communication. Knowing when to hold back allows for reflection on the necessity, truth, and kindness of your words. Silence creates space for thought, enabling you to consider the weight of what you say. When you pause, you access wisdom, asking yourself if your words are truly needed. Embracing silence helps you gain control over impulses, preventing you from reacting hastily out of habit or anxiety. This discipline also enhances your listening skills. When you're not preoccupied with your next response, you become fully present, listening to understand rather than just to reply. This depth of listening strengthens relationships, as people feel genuinely heard. Moreover, choosing silence fosters self-awareness, prompting you to confront your inner thoughts and beliefs. This reflection deepens your understanding of yourself and enhances the quality of your communication. When you speak less often, your words carry more significance, leading to impactful exchanges. Patience is another virtue gained through silence. Allowing conversations to unfold at their own pace facilitates deeper exchanges and reduces the urge to interrupt. In moments of conflict, silence can diffuse tension, providing the clarity needed to respond wisely rather than react emotionally. Silence also encourages humility. By refraining from constant commentary, you acknowledge that you don't always need to share your thoughts, creating space for others' perspectives. This practice conserves your energy, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, instead of getting caught up in trivial discussions. Through silence, you achieve clarity. With distractions minimized, you can see what's truly important, leading to better decision-making and a deeper presence in each moment. This mindfulness enhances your responsibility in speech, ensuring your words are intentional and thoughtful. Silence fosters emotional resilience, granting you the space to process feelings without immediate reactions. This regulation helps maintain your inner peace even amid challenges. By choosing silence, you become more discerning about your engagements. Not every conversation merits your involvement, so you can avoid unnecessary conflicts and invest your energy where it truly aligns with your values. Ultimately, the discipline of silence enhances your understanding of the world. By observing rather than speaking, you gain fresh insights that deepen your perspective. This quiet reflection becomes a tool for learning, opening you up to the wisdom that emerges from stillness. Silence also equips you to handle criticism. When faced with negative feedback, resisting the impulse to defend yourself allows you the necessary time for reflection, enabling more constructive responses. When receiving criticism, take a moment to pause instead of reacting defensively. This brief silence allows you to reflect on whether the feedback is valid and how it might contribute to your personal growth, rather than jumping to justify your actions. Embracing silence fosters a sense of peace, as it frees you from the pressure to constantly engage in conversation or impress others. You can simply rest in the quiet, which enhances your overall contentment. Practicing silence also sharpens your focus. Without the distraction of talking, you can dedicate your full attention to the task at hand. This clarity boosts productivity and helps you act with intention, unclouded by unnecessary chatter. By choosing silence, you cultivate discipline, learning to control your impulses in a world that often prioritizes constant communication. This discipline extends to all areas of your life, guiding you to make more thoughtful decisions. As you embrace silence, you gain a greater appreciation for the power of words. When used sparingly and with purpose, your words become impactful tools that shape your reality and influence others. This practice fosters self-confidence, allowing you to trust in the strength of your presence without feeling compelled to prove yourself through speech. In the quiet, you can tune into your inner wisdom more easily. Without external distractions, you can listen to your intuition, making choices that align with your true self. Mastering silence grants you clarity, focus, and tranquility, letting you engage thoughtfully rather than reflexively. Accepting the concept of universal reason helps you understand that life's complexities are interconnected and purposeful. This perspective shifts your view on challenges. Instead of seeing them as unfair setbacks, you recognize them as necessary components of your growth. This acceptance breeds peace, alleviating anxiety over uncertainties and allowing you to focus on your responses rather than trying to control outcomes. Trusting in this greater cosmic order fosters humility, reminding you that your experiences are part of a larger narrative. This understanding encourages resilience, enabling you to view difficulties as opportunities rather than failures. As you cultivate gratitude for every aspect of life, including struggles, you develop a balanced perspective that values both joy and hardship. By releasing your attachment to specific outcomes and embracing the flow of life, you become more open to change. You learn to appreciate each moment as it comes, understanding that everything unfolds in its own time. This acceptance cultivates patience, as you learn to wait for the right moment without feeling rushed. Living with intention and purpose, you manage your energy wisely, ensuring it's directed towards meaningful actions. This involves setting boundaries and saying no to commitments that don't align with your values, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Prioritizing your tasks based on their significance helps you work more efficiently and effectively. By being mindful of your emotional resources, you can avoid unnecessary drama and preserve your mental strength for what's essential. This practice leads to a deeper sense of inner peace and purpose, guiding you through life with clarity and confidence.